Welcome to episode 2 of Cuisine's special series in Istanbul. Last time we enjoyed some börek, belik ekmek, lokantası food and simit. Not to mention some kokoreç and midye dolma. This time we began our day with some traditional Turkish breakfast. A spread of 16 different dishes varied in flavours from sweet, savoury, sour, tangy, creamy all the way to chili. This experience was a real rollercoaster for the taste buds, including fresh veg, homemade jam, a variety of eggs, different kinds of olives, tomato and chili paste, special honey and nut compote, and an assortment of cheese. You couldn't possibly go wrong. Alright guys, so we've come to Van Kevalti ever. Potentially my favourite breakfast place in all of Turkey. It's in Beyoğlu in Istanbul. First up was the Menamen, a traditional Turkish dish including sucuk or Middle Eastern sausage, eggs, tomato, green peppers and spices cooked beautifully in olive oil. Freshly baked bread that these guys put together. It's similar to cake in texture actually, this one. I'm going to go straight in for the eggs, for the Menamen. Oh my god, it's so good. Flavors from the sucuk immediately penetrates the eggs. The eggs are cooked very nicely. Everything is cooked together. It's buttery, it's gooey, it's messy, it's amazing. It's really, really nice. I'm gonna try these eggs as well. This is the fried eggs with roast beef. Oh, that is phenomenal. The Menamen is a tomato base. This is pure, it's clean, it's just meat and eggs. I'm gonna fly through the condiments here, give them all a taste. Oh god. Wow. Oh, good. Yeah, I might have enjoyed myself a little too much. And then came the cheese. The blue cheese. Dun dun dun. This is similar to feta in texture, in that it just crumbles when you have it. Let's give it a go. That's pungent. Very, very strong. Wow. Salt content in that is ridiculous. Oh my god. Yeah. I think you need a bit of bread to soak up some of that saltiness. Super, super strong. Huge impact on the palate from the get-go. Very nice, very flavoursome, super, super strong. Another kind of cheese here. That's really good. That's close to a spread in texture. It's almost like if I have to get that and put it over the bread, I'm sure it will spread. It's very soft, dissolves in the mouth. Let's have a bit of the stringy goodness. This reminds me of the, you know, the stringy stuff we used to have for packed lunch. I used to peel it off. Really good. Really good. And finally, my favourite combo of this breakfast, and maybe even my favourite food combo in the world, the honey and clotted cream. Big dunk of this. Big dunk of that beautiful honey. You see that? And you get a big dunk of the cream. So you've got honey and cream on this, and that is genuinely one of my most favourite foods in the world. In the world. It's so amazing. I don't know how it works so well together. The clotted cream is not sweet at all. They leave the sweetness to the honey. They leave the bits and the sweetness to the honey, and the clotted cream is just refreshing. It's just strong, strong cream that has no sweetness to it. So when the two come together, you get the mix of the creamy texture from that and the sweetness from that, and it works. It's genuinely a match made in heaven. It's so good. You're not gonna have as varied a meal as this anywhere ever. It's a real roller coaster of a ride for the taste buds, but it's fantastic. It's fundamentally clean food. It feels very healthy. It feels light. And after the meal, you know, I feel pretty good.
I thought a good way to follow up on that amazing breakfast would be to make my way across town and find some Turkish ice cream.
Right, so now I'm here for some traditional Turkish ice cream. You've probably seen this all over social media. He's not going to give it to me. We know what he's going to do here. Cheers. Oh, whoa, whoa. He's messing me around there. He's messing me around there.
So he had made an absolute fool out of me. But soon the tables would turn.
Now time to get my arm back. I always have the last laugh. At Quizine, we always have the last laugh. Corona. This. Oh my god, it's really sticky. It's elasticy, it's super elasticy. Look, watch this. It's not like any other ice cream I've tasted. It's just very like stretchy, if you know what I mean. I think it's giving me vanilla. Pretty standard flavor, but the texture is completely different. It's not like any other ice cream. Very elasticy, very stretchy, quite chewy if you bite it. But very nice. I'm enjoying it. I don't know about the whole experience though. It's a bit arduous. I've never worked this hard for an ice cream, I can tell you that for free. But no, it's good.
All that hard work had left me famished, so it was time for some Iskander Kebab next. One of the most well-known dishes in northwestern Turkey, this beauty originated in Bursa and was created by Master Alexander, or Iskander Efendi, in the late 19th century Ottoman Empire. Pita bread is cut into pieces to make the foundation of this favourite and is then topped with lamb doner kebab. A few garnishes are added before being placed on the stove to get properly heated. The dish is then smothered in tomato sauce and showered in the finest sheep butter. Served with a dollop of fresh yogurt, this dish always goes down a treat.
Oh, that is fantastic. That's so good. Meat, succulent, juicy, cooked perfection slowly in that doner way. You get the hint of tomato immediately as the sauce is smothered all over, and that butter adds a beautiful, beautiful texture to the whole thing, making it very moist, making it very buttery, making it a bit fatty, adds that extra dynamic to it. And then you got the clean yogurt, which is just a little bit of a sour taste, but it kind of cuts through the grease. A real nice balance. And then from the peppers, we get that little bit of distinctive pepper taste as well. All comes together into a very nice meal. This is just so good. It's saucy, it's meaty, it's flavoursome. Iskander Kebab, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best dishes here.
Up next was the Kofte wrap.
Very good. Kofte. Welcome Istanbul, Taksim, Beyoğlu, Kofte.
Prepared on a portable akakbasi, this really is the definition of amazing street food. The kofte is flattened into a patty shape and cooked on the grill. A nice big piece of bread is also lightly toasted. Alongside the kofte, onions, lettuce and tomato are placed on the bread before being lightly seasoned. Freshly made chili sauce is then spread over the bread before being wrapped up tightly and placed back on the grill.
So we were walking across the street here and we met this Uzbek gentleman. He's put together this store and he's putting together kofte wraps, and it's just so beautiful. The smell was amazing, it encapsulated us, so we had to come here and give it a go. Have a look at this. Inside it's very straightforward. It's a bit of flatbread. Inside is the kofte meat, beef, with tomatoes, onions and lettuce, which seems to be something they all love here. So here we have it, the good old wrap. This looks so good. I'm gonna devour this. That is phenomenal. Everything in there is made by this gentleman just behind me. He puts a sprinkle of spice on it, a sprinkle of salt on it, and he's made his own chili paste, which is fantastic. It's given me a right kick. It's very strong, so full of flavor, and that beef kofte just absorbs everything. A really good wrap, very saucy, very succulent, very tender. This is phenomenal. We even got the dog here who's come to have a bite. He couldn't resist the smell of this wrap. Good.
Now, it would of course not be right coming to Turkey and failing to try Turkish Delight and other amazing Turkish desserts, and so, to conclude our cuisine special in Istanbul, we ended our trip with some Turkish kanafe and some Turkish Delight. First, the kanafe. This traditional dessert is super popular across the entire Middle East, but here in Turkey it's made with thin noodle-like pastry called kadayif, soaked in sugar-based syrup, layered with special unsalted cheese and pistachios, as well as cream.
This is going to be a treat. Oh, nice and warm, fresh out the oven. The cheese is the perfect type of cheese, the special cheese they use for kanafe, so it's sweet, works so well with the pistachio and the condensed milk, and that vermicelli adds such a crispy texture to the top of it. This is so good. Just look at that cheese. Who would have thought cheese would go so well in a dessert dish? It's amazing. Now we're going for the Turkish Delight. They've got such a selection, such a variety of different flavors. I can't get through them all, so I've ordered a few specific ones that I thought were interesting. Let's go for the pomegranate first. Look at that bad boy. Oh my god. It's so good. You put it in your mouth and you just get a burst of fruity flavor. You can taste the pomegranate so clearly. It's so definitive in every bite. Pistachio is there, adds a beautiful crunch to it. The Turkish Delight itself is like jelly. So you've got a mix of the jelly-like texture with crunchy pistachio and the booming fruity goodness which comes from the pomegranate.
Which one is that one?
That's a kiwi. Oh my god. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Kiwi in a Turkish Delight is not something that I'd usually have. It works phenomenally well. And then of course, we've got this one which is so much more spongy. Look at that, it's super sticky. It doesn't want to come off the plate. It's got chocolate in and the outside is white. Look at that. Oh god, that is amazing. That's so much more chewy, it's heavier, it's a bit more puffy. The others feel lean in comparison to it, but again, super good.
So that brings us to the end of our cuisine special in Istanbul. We've absolutely loved this colourful city with its variety of different foods, its hustle and bustle, and wonderful historic architecture. It's been a fabulous adventure stuffing our faces and being mobbed by fans.